Hey everyone, and welcome back to yet another video here on the Seasonal Storm. My name is Jess, and today we are visiting Hobby Lobby for the sole purpose of investigating all of their fun fall finds. Now, I will go ahead and preface this by saying if you are looking for Halloween themed pieces, this is likely not the place to look, as Hobby Lobby is a religiously owned store and they do not stock traditionally Halloween pieces. So most of these will be more in line with a harvest, fall, autumnal, or even Thanksgiving style theme. But first off, right when we walk inside, we see that 4th of July is now 75% off, and there's some fun finds for your late summer if you're looking for it. But I just figured we'd do a quick overview and some things that I guess if it were your style, you could keep it up even year round. And I always like to check in on the sale items first, such as this Home Sweet Home, originally $30, 75% off though. Y'all do the math. That's a great sign just for year round. Okay, here we are in the fall. And first thing that caught my eye were all the cute mugs. I love the pumpkin mugs. And as you'll see with that fall sign, there is not any percentages off or discounts just yet. I also loved that trailer one. But these ones are the true winners to me. That fox, this cute little hedgehog, this sweet owl, and I love, love, love the raccoon because it reminds me of my dog Pudge, who we call the trash panda. So I also love these decorative rolling pins, and I believe these are all Robert Stanley pieces. You can see a lot of cute little turkey plates, but I also like to point out once these items do go on sale, this picture by Robert Stanley is $20, and I think that's actually a great year-round piece. I also saw a mini pie maker. That's very interesting. Gnomes are a big deal again this year. Being Scandinavian, I love me some Tomten, so I love these gnomes, and I would likely keep these out as a year-round item, but they come in an entire set. I also saw this really fun decorative pie plate, and then I saw these little pumpkins, and let me tell y'all, I watched that Dollar Tree website pretty closely, and there are some dupes for those pumpkins for $1 that'll be hitting shelves soon. I did love this idea of the giving plate, but again, another dupe for all these sunflower dishes are the sunflower dishes at the Dollar Tree. I know they're not everyone's thing, but if you want the look for less, you can definitely find them. Now, I love these pumpkin plates. I love the colors. I love the texture. Again, another beautiful Robert Stanley piece. These are glass, and they also have this fun little charcuterie style board, as well as the larger plates, and then these beautiful chargers. Now, I do see things like this come up once in a while in Dollar Tree, but the pumpkin plates do not come every year to Dollar Tree. So if you're interested in pumpkin plates, I truly feel like Hobby Lobby is the place to find them. I also love, from a harvest or late summer, early fall perspective, this beautiful truck series. Maybe not so much with the pumpkins that you could easily DIY, by the way. But the rest of the collection and series I think is truly quite beautiful. And then just like they've had in years past, the pumpkin bowls with the Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. But I saw these mini pie plates, and how cute are these? So I love these. I love all the little sayings and all the different colors that they came in. So that I think would really be worth the investment. Now, I loved these little tiny $2.99 pumpkins as well. Once those are 40% off, they'll definitely be more affordable, and I think those would be great in a tiered tray. But how beautiful for year round are these decorative plates, again by Robert Stanley, with the sweet barn and the windmill. Now, this the foam corn is cute, and so is the cotton and these leaves, but y'all, I probably don't even have to say it. You can get them at Dollar Tree for cheaper. I recommend waiting to see them at Dollar Tree, but if not, you can always find them at Hobby Lobby in a pinch. And honestly, same for most of these pumpkins, even though they're really cute. This one, I'm actually going to do a DIY to show you guys how to get the look for less, because we do not need to be paying $8 for a pumpkin. But I've bought pumpkins exactly like this one and these turquoise ones, and these pink ones at Dollar Tree before for much less than $4 and $3.99. If Hobby Lobby's your thing, though, they are great for picking up really unique and specialty pumpkins. I love that blue color and that deep red. I love these squash with these white detail linings. These are really quite beautiful, and if you were to find squash like that at Walmart or Dollar Tree, you could easily take some chalk paint and get the look for less as well. Now, these filler boxes, I'm just showing you guys, this is what you get for $12. I do not think that is a great deal, and that is definitely an item that needs to go on sale quickly. But I'd like to point out that this color palette with the sage and the light blues and the whites is really big again this year, and there's that other version of the green. So definitely keep your eye out for items that are in those colors that are coming to stores near you. Now, I love this harvest truck. This is for $20. It's kind of a plaster of Paris style material. It feels really sturdy, quite honestly, and it's to be painted independently, so with you or with your kids or grandkids. And they have all sorts of different little pieces, and I think these are really wonderful, and these are absolutely worth the price to make an item that you're going to be able to treasure and put out forever. These squirrels, there's one on the squash and one with a pumpkin. I had not seen the one with the pumpkin yet, but we'll go back and find it. I'm not sure what you're supposed to put in this hedgehog, but he's really cute and I really like him. And how cute are just the little wagons with little pumpkins as well. See, there's a squirrel with a pumpkin. How sweet would this squirrel and the other squirrel with squash be on a Thanksgiving centerpiece? Now, these signs are all different versions of each other. If you see them in your stores, go through them and see if there's anything that you like. I love all these little mini signs they're doing this year, but I feel like a lot of these either Dollar Tree has dupes for, or you could easily DIY. Now, galvanized is a huge trend this year. Again, Robert Stanley has absolutely killed this collection for Hobby Lobby. I love all these galvanized squirrels. And yeah, they have the traditional galvanized tiered trays and buckets, but look at these beautiful pumpkins. Now, these, unlike the squirrels, are actually not metal. These are plastic, which is a huge plot twist. I did not see that coming. And I'm also loving these topiary ideas, but I probably don't have to say it. Y'all know that we can definitely DIY this using Dollar Tree products for way less than $30. Now, my favorite trend this year is all the blue, and of course, I love animal prints, so the leopards are a big fave. And I have an idea similar to the leopard print, but using cowhide. So I think I'm going to be doing some DIYs featuring that style as well. But this blue pumpkin, these just remind me of Cinderella. Like, I love this trend. So I definitely want to add some more blues to my late fall, post-Halloween, Thanksgiving style decor. I think this year I'm actually going to decorate for Thanksgiving rather than just jumping into Christmas. Now, this was an interesting find. This is a really light foam pumpkin. These are originally retailing for $6. Y'all already know you can DIY that for probably $1 and some change from Dollar Tree. But I was surprised that was not a heavier material. Now, these burlap garlands are really popular, but I think that the better value are in these long bead strands, both the felt and the wood beads, especially if you're into farmhouse. But these felt beads I think are so, so sweet. They do have the collector birds again this year, and they have all the different colors of the velvet pumpkins, but if you check your Dollar Tree websites, you're going to see that Dollar Tree has very similar colors this year. I'm sorry, I have the hiccups like I do in every video. Yes, it's another gnome. I love gnomes. I have a real problem with gnomes. I have quite the collection, and they seem to make their way out for every season. Now, this is something unique. I love this. This is a garland with lights in it already for the fall leaves. I thought that was really cool. And dupe from the sale section, the more bright blue of those two garlands was 50% off. So definitely do some comparisons if you're looking to save $1 in Hobby Lobby, especially since they got rid of the 40% off one regular price item coupon. Okay, so I love those other two berry wreaths. Those are really hard to DIY, quite honestly, but a wreath like this on the branch form with a few loose florals, this one retails for about $40. I'd say you could probably DIY that for about $10. So definitely a great inspiration piece. I'll be doing some very similar this season that I already had planned. Now, these next ones I'm showing you are much more, I would say, the traditional fall style, but I'm pointing out in this all the different types of pieces, and I can understand why this wreath retails for $100, but you could buy $20 worth of materials and really DIY it yourself. Now, this is a stunner. I am obsessed with this wreath. I would pay full price for this wreath all day long, and I'm probably going to come back to it because I loved it so much. Now, I thought these little swags were really interesting too, and I think I'm going to actually do some DIY videos on a similar style concept, and I was looking for the price tag just to see. I was thinking it'd probably be about $25, but I was wrong. Okay, I love this ombre effect, and I think we should do a DIY on that. Okay, yeah, I was completely wrong. That is a $60 swag, and you can absolutely replicate it with less than $15 in materials, and we're probably going to do a DIY on that as well. Okay, another great value item, honestly. These garlands are $11.99. When these go 40% off with the rest of fall, look at the volume of leaves that you get on a singular garland. I think that this is actually quite the good value for what it is, and I highly recommend. Now, I love these Wildflower and Heather picks. I think that those are beautiful. And I've compared and told a lot of people about my obsession with wheat style picks. Theirs cost $3.99. Mine from Dollar Tree cost $1, and they are extremely similar. Here's an example of something I would not get. This is a pine cone on a stick, and it's $10. Do not buy that. That is ridiculous. Now, here is something that I do recommend. I think the detail in this pick is stunning. The diversity in berries, the mini pumpkin, the sunflower, and I did not catch the price on that, but I believe it was $3.99. Once it's 40% off, I do think that that's a solid value. Now, these corn picks I think are really cute, $3.99. You have 6 pieces of corn. I think that would be an easy Dollar Tree dupe using their foam corn packs. These Solitaire Pumpkins, $1.99. I would not buy that unless it was on sale, to each their own, but I think you could dupe that for even cheaper. Now, this, I just saw the dupe for this at Walmart for 97 cents, but I do find this to be quite a stunning neutral pick with a little touch of color. So if you're interested in decorating in a very modern farmhouse, this is how to incorporate 2 different picks to create something really stunning and beautiful. I actually love that combination. So if anyone ends up doing any crafts with that color combination, definitely tag me on Instagram so I can see. Okay, a solitary sunflower, $3.99. We're going to go look at the other floral picks in a little bit, and you can actually buy their summer tagged sunflowers for half off. So keep that in mind as well. I'm just showing in detail all of the different pumpkin picks. And the thing that's important when you're comparing between a higher dollar store like Hobby Lobby versus purchasing from the Dollar Tree or Walmart, you need to look at the value for sizing. This is another really beautiful pick that includes some dry florals as well, which will increase the value, and that is a lot. That's a real feather that was on that pick. Back to the pumpkin picks. Hobby Lobby and Walmart both have much larger pumpkins on their individual picks than Dollar Tree will. So keep that in mind when you're picking picks for arrangements. Now this one, I love the colors. It's $5.99. It has kind of like a little bit of faux olive on it, and I really think that's quite stunning. And I think it would blend really beautifully with this dark blue palette that they're really introducing these last few years. And I think that'd be a great Thanksgiving palette rather than a fall palette or even a Halloween style palette. Again, Hobby Lobby does not do Halloween per se. Now this burlap, again, even though for a ribbon, it's a pretty solid price. Their Deco Mesh, I will say, I'm going to show you in a second after I'm done dropping things. My gosh. This is a really wide, thick roll for $10. Look at the volume you get, and it will last quite a considerable amount of time. But I will say, if you're interested in buying burlap, check out burlapfabrics.com. They're actually a little bit better value. But I like that a lot of these fall ribbons are actually $7.99 rather than $9.99. And I think it's beautiful how most of these are on a linen or on a burlap backing. So they're very sturdy, and I would say that they are going to last you multiple seasons. Now, this is a series of picks that Hobby Lobby pretty much exclusively does, which I love. These are $20 a bundle. The price is 100% on point. These are dried florals, not faux florals. These were live at one point. Some of them have been dyed. That was what I was trying to say. Now this one has some faux floral in it with the leaves, obviously, but I think these are absolutely beautiful bouquets. These pretty much come pre-arranged. So if you have a tall vase or you're looking for some height, this is an excellent option. And when you think about the 40% off that will hit probably in the next month or so, it is absolutely worth it. But even at the $20 price point, I would still say it's a really fair price for what you're getting. So yeah, I highly recommend that series. Now, these are really cute. Again, we see a lot of people on YouTube who DIY things very similar. And yeah, I think $13 for something that is relatively small is still a little bit overpriced, just in my opinion. I was trying to find the price tag, but that tag was weirdly double-sided white. Okay, another Dollar Tree dupe. These types of clips, Dollar Tree, you know the drill. Now, these items I think are a great thing to buy at Hobby Lobby just because you really cannot buy them anywhere else. And these little figurines, these foxes, I think are so sweet. And I appreciate that they have both the Native American represented as well as the Pilgrim. A lot of times in Thanksgiving decor, I seem to only see people posting the Pilgrims, and we wouldn't have had a first Thanksgiving if it wasn't for the Native Americans. So we can't be leaving people out. Okay, these trenchers, these troughs, again by Robert Stanley, the biggest being $14.99, the smallest being $14.99, the biggest being $24.99, are absolutely excellent. Great year-round pieces. And these buckets, there are 4 different varieties, I think. Let's see if I'm remembering properly. Oh, I think I might be onto something. Maybe there were only 3. I don't know what I'm talking about. But those troughs, I think, are absolutely beautiful. I'm seeing a lot of metallic elements. And, of course, being a farm girl, I love seeing a good tractor sign or a good big red tractor. This, again, a great investment piece. I absolutely love this to carry you. And there's more than one variety, but to carry you all the way from late summer through your fall. But a piece like this cute little red tractor for $30, this could stay out year-round and be decorated for seasons. Again, I love those little pictures, the very farmhouse style, as well as these amber glass jugs. Now, I see things like this at thrift stores sometimes, but if you need a large quantity of them, you really have to buy them special. And $6 for one, once you consider the 40% off and $20 for the big one, really are not bad prices, especially because you could style them year-round and they could be a permanent fixture in the home. And my editing was way off in this. I'm so sorry, but that's just an example closer up on the detail in the harvest buckets. Okay, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to sunflowers. So these extra large sunflowers, I believe, retail at $30 a piece. When they're half off, they're $15 a piece. But all these sunflowers are 50% off. Meanwhile, the fall florals are not on sale just yet. And I'd like to show you, wow, a bunch of sunflower heads just fell off. They do originally retail for about $12, but they look very lifelike, and the stem stock on the pick is way thicker than anything you would buy at a Walmart or a Dollar Tree. So if you want something that's very sturdy and will last an extremely long time, Hobby Lobby is the better bang for your buck. Those little paper flowers I'd never seen before, so I thought those were interesting. And then I love how Hobby Lobby's team styles their fall florals. I don't really know what these puffs are. I'm seeing them everywhere this year, and I think they're really interesting and fun. They remind me of the Lorax, so they make me laugh, and I just really enjoy them. These big mixed mum stalks are absolutely stunning, and again, they are obviously going to be a higher value product than anything you would find at a Dollar Tree or a Walmart, but there is a reason. These will last and they will hold their color and not fade nearly as badly as your less expensive picks from discount stores will. I love how they have a mix of greenery and foliage along with their flowers as well. These picks, again, pretty standard price. I would say it's a fair price even before your discounts. Now, the seasonal floral, again, is not 50% off, but you can find a lot of dupes in their standard floral if you really look hard. Maybe not for your fall leaves itself, but for your branches and your yellow and orange flowers, you probably could. Now, I'm loving their grasses. I will say that their grasses seem very sparse, but this fern pick is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, but the price reflects it. If I remember correctly, this is an $18 pick, but again, just absolutely stunning, standalone. You don't even have to add anything else to it to spruce it up further. And you can see the fall floral just goes on. Now, in my huge late summer, early fall floral display, I have yellow tulips, yellow carnations, etc. And obviously that is well reflected here, that those do go with your sunflowers and your daisies. Now, I tell people all the time, Dollar Tree produces a pick that is a direct dupe of Hobby Lobby, and both of these are $8 picks originally, or $7 or $8 picks originally, and Dollar Tree makes damn near a direct dupe. I just showed in another video the rosemary picks I got for 50 cents at Walmart. It's a direct dupe for that. So definitely shop around for your greenery. Now, this is a great value product. These Eucalyptus Garlands, I believe, are either $11 or $15. I wasn't paying that close of attention. Okay, $20. But when they're half off, $10, you cut it apart. It's a better value than buying solo eucalyptus picks or lamb's ear picks from Walmart. Now, these wreaths, I went back and checked the price a few times on the big ones. The little ones are not as good of a value as Dollar Tree. Here I'm going back to check the price. That says $5.99. That is an excellent value for this wreath form. I don't know why I didn't buy 4 of them right then. Okay, and here's some pumpkin branches. Do these look familiar to anyone? Again, it's like all these stores copy each other. Dollar Tree definitely got caught copying Hobby Lobby on a lot of these picks, which I appreciate, but at the same time, I feel like I need to give Hobby Lobby some love for the originality of the idea and for being the trailblazers in the industry and really creating those picks first. Now, I love all the copper tones that are being brought into the floral with these copper palms and the slight copper brandishing on these acorn stems. And for $7.99, that's actually a great value for that acorn stem. I really recommend that as well. And this is about as close to a Halloween pick as you will find at Hobby Lobby with the black and orange berries with the sparkles. But I do think that's really fun and would go great in any arrangement. I also love these long hanging berries, but also those little sparkly branches that we just passed. I also thought that this is bizarrely sparse to me. I feel like there's something lacking here. But these little raffia puffs that we just passed, those were really funny as well. Now, this is an example of faux grass as done by Hobby Lobby. It's a lot fuller than anything you'll find at a Dollar Tree or a Walmart. And then this is a singular branch. I did not think that was a very good value as compared to price. Again, these grasses that they're doing, though, are absolutely stunning. Okay, now here's their their lamb's ear branches. And as you can see, that's a pretty hefty price tag for what that is. Buy the garland and just cut it apart. Trust me, it is a way better bet. Okay, how stunning are these picks? Now, these are extremely expensive picks. I'm pretty sure most of them are in the teens to $20 range, and I think it is absolutely justified. These are beautifully curated picks. Yeah, that one is $17, and I think that's absolutely worth it. You could DIY these all day, and I obviously am a huge advocate for people using their own creativity and creating their own things. But if you're someone who just wants to buy beautifully curated pieces that are going to be show-stopping, you cannot go wrong. For everyone who thinks it's weird that I decorate with berries, Hobby Lobby does it too. Blackberries for life. Now, this is a style I've not seen before. It's very reminiscent to me of magnolia in the South. I'm going to have to do some more research as to what style pick that actually is, but it was quite beautiful. And again, these neutral tones with a little pop of burgundy, I think are really, really beautiful, especially going towards a Thanksgiving style decor or more of the end of fall headed towards winter. Same with these pale leaves. We saw a dupe for this particular pick at Dollar Tree as well, but Hobby Lobby is obviously more prepared to continue carrying them through the season. Now, I love all these examples of the different color of heather that they produce. Here is the darkest color that they make. And then I loved these black and sparkly berries as well. That's about as spooky, if we can even say that, as Hobby Lobby will get. Now here's another example. This is more of your traditional fall colors on a curated pick. And again, the price tag is way more than you'll see at a discount store, but think about the fact that these will eventually go on 40% discount. And these are the types of picks that are designed to last for many, many, many years. So if you're someone who does not plan on changing your decor with trends very often, and you'd like to continue your more traditional, I really do recommend maybe making the investment. Now we've randomly jumped over here to fabrics, and I am actually going to be doing a ton of DIYs involving fabric this year. So if you guys are interested, I hope you want to stay tuned. Hobby Lobby really came out with some beautiful flannel and jersey fabrics, and I am just absolutely obsessed with a lot of these, and I'm really excited to turn some of these into really beautiful projects, melding them with some clearance finds I found, but also some Dollar Tree products to create one one-of-a-kind things, and some of which it sounds like you will even be able to buy in my friend Bailey's store, Circle S, in Gardnerville, Nevada. So if you're interested in buying homemade goodies this fall, definitely stop in and see us and see what I can turn these fun fabrics, love this gnome one, into. Now these pillows for $17 are kind of spendy, but I do think that they're really, really beautiful, and I think you could easily reuse the pillow by buying a similarly sized cover and just covering it for other seasons. Now I love all of these pumpkins on the Great Pumpkin Wall. I am not going to drag us through the whole pumpkin wall. I'd like to point out though some very unique pumpkins I think are worth buying. These flat-sided natural lopping pumpkins I think are a very unique to Hobby Lobby find. If you're interested in using faux pumpkins to create really lifelike displays, I highly recommend those. Those are all kind of repeats of pumpkins we've already seen earlier in the day as we're rounding things out. I thought these metallic ones, for their price, was a fair price, but I think that we're going to see some DIYs of that on YouTube as well this year. And again, fall colors are not just your traditional oranges and yellows. They really are. Someone just left all their stuff there and I didn't want to move the mirror. I was scared of breaking it. But fall colors are really whatever palette you want to choose. As seen apparently by these papers, both of those palettes are labeled for fall, as are all these individual sheets of paper. Again, Hobby Lobby getting real scandalous, giving us a little teaser of Halloween, even though they do not apparently celebrate. But as you can see with these patterns, fall colors aren't just oranges and reds and yellows and browns. They're really turquoises and teals and greens and pinks and neutrals and blacks and whites. And any color under the sun can be created into something that would be beautiful for the fall season. And however you want to celebrate harvest is exactly the right way for you and your household. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I love to decorate. I love to craft. I'm so glad that I have this opportunity to share with you guys things that I truly do love and the places that I find all of my inspiration for my crafts and my projects. While I don't always have the money to spend in a store like a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's Craft, I really appreciate that the people who are the creative minds behind these stores are able to put such really wonderful and thoughtfully curated items out to really inspire and make us all want to get in the mood for the next season, even if it is 106 degrees outside. Something about seeing pumpkins on a shelf makes me want to go home and make cinnamon rolls and a big pot of coffee and snuggle up to some nice quiet music. And lastly, I loved this pad of paper. I've shown it in a few other videos, but the fact that it had all seasons, these are the styles of paper I love to buy where I can use it throughout the year and really embrace every season as it comes and goes. I'd like to thank you for stopping by today, and if you're interested in more content like this, feel free to subscribe.